Biggin. Biggin. I went over that tree and I thought I was on the tree. I mean, he feels like a big one. Welcome back to NC Bassing. Today I'm on Lake Norman again. Tuesday tournament, and it's right before Christmas, so a lot of people were off. We got like 50 boats here today. I mean, it is packed. It's probably gonna take a big bag to win. I mean, we even got some Bassmaster pros here. A lot of local sticks. It's gonna be a tough one to win, but Saturday I only caught one fish, so I mean, it was tough. Today I'm just back here for redemption. The conditions aren't that great today. I mean, it is a little bit warmer, but it's post-frontal and we got bluebird skies, but the wind is going to blow a little bit at first, and it's northwest wind, so maybe I'll get the fish biting. Maybe we can catch them cranking. I'm just back here for redemption because one fish, and we had the kicker fish. I just couldn't put fish in the boat. I'm just back here for redemption. Hopefully I'll put some fish in the boat. I really planned on just going down south and finesse fishing just to catch some fish, but there's no way I'm going to win like that. And plus I'm not even good at fishing down there. I don't know the spots very well. I'm just gonna stay up here in the mud. I think I'm gonna crank a rock. I mean, if they weren't biting Saturday with the crankbait, maybe they're biting Tuesday, who knows. This time of year, the crankbait can catch the big ones. So I'm just gonna go hunting for big fish. I mean, I'm probably gonna slow down finesse fish later, but the wind's gonna be blowing. I'm gonna try to catch them on the crankbait. If I can put 3 fish in a box, I feel like I got a chance. I mean, but it's probably gonna take I think it's gonna take like 9 pounds to win today. We got a lot of teams out here, a lot of boats. I might throw the A-rig some. I'm going to try to catch them on the crankbait, try to make a bite. I think they're just pulled off a little bit deeper for the square bill. I think that major cold front came in Saturday, pushed the fish off a little bit deeper. Hopefully I can just catch fish because Saturday was tough. I'm trying to get some redemption today. Maybe not win, but at least catch a bunch of fish, or maybe at least figure out a pattern, see how it goes. Fish, yes. Oh, when he come off, man, that felt like a good one. Ah, man. On the curve 55, man. I just saw that color is crazy. Dude, that felt like a good one. Off a little bit deeper, that's why. So I was trying to throw the curve, get a little deeper. I found this one at Lake Hickory. The color looks awesome in this muddy water. Fish, yes, I'm glad I come back through here. It's about to roll out, but I didn't get to hit the spot good because I got hung up earlier and all the boats were blasting off. Man, he's not big at all, but I was gonna net every crankbait fish. Man, that feels good just to get one in the box. Lost one a minute ago. We got a million boats fishing today, so probably gonna have to cull him out, but he's skinny, but we'll take him. Yes. Got a fish in the box. It's bigger than anything I caught all day Saturday. Oh, fish. Biggin. Biggin. I went over that tree and I thought I was on the tree. I mean, he feels like a big one. I feel like I got one of those Michael Fox 6-pounders he weighed in Saturday. Man, I put small hooks on here, VMC hooks. I hook fish, but I lose them too. Oh my gosh, it's a big old largemouth. Come on, fish. Just give up, just give up. Woo! Yeah! Bridge fish! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. He's not even that big, but He's big for me. Messed up face fish. Yes. I started thinking catfish for a second. He's hooked in a bad spot. Gotta make sure these largemouth live. Yes. He's a fat little largemouth. Yes. Man, I thought I might struggle today. I'm so glad I come back around this bridge. His mouth's all messed up. He's a beat up fish. It's hard for these fish living in Lake Norman getting caught all the time. I'm sure he was weighed in sometime, but man, that fish is 3 pounds all day. Fat little 3-pounder. Yes. I mean, it ain't gonna be the winning fish. I'm gonna need 3 like that to have a chance. It just feels good to put some fish in the boat and not lose them. Square bill would have worked right there. Reactor would have worked because that fish was up on the bank, right on that tree. And there's some good laydowns out here. Just whatever. We'll go down and turn around. Fish right at the boat. Not that big, but he's barely hooked. Got him. Way better day so far. I guess we just need a little bit of a warming trend. You know, the north wind's gonna blow today. South wind blew yesterday. It wasn't that warm, but it's like 40 degrees right now, guys. It's not even cold. It's like a skinny keeper. These fish should be getting fat for the winter time, but and this curve is killing right now. Biggin. Biggin. Is that even a fish? It's not moving, it's a stick. Oh, I got one hooked in the tail. Look at that, guys. Look at, and he come out in the net. Sweet. We are on them. I got so lucky to get that fish, guys. I guarantee he was hooked in the mouth and the hook came out, but just happened to hook him on the side. So look, oh my gosh, that fish is starving to death. Poor guy, got his jaw broke from a cold tag, a metal cold tag probably. That's why you guys don't use punctured metal cold tags, guys. Broke his jaw and left a hole in his mouth. Poor guy, I just want to let him go. He probably don't weigh no more than this one in here. But 4 fish on a crankbait right off the jump. Another one. It's wanting to come up, but they don't feel big at all. Get out of these trees, man. He might be big now. He's a good one. He's a good one. This is awesome, guys. I can't believe I've got this many bites already. I ain't even started up my motor yet. Oh my gosh, just barely hooked largemouth. Yes! Woo! Come right out in the net. I mean, he's only 2 pounds probably, but we are on them. I just keep making laps, guys. I feel dumb. This fish in water already fish, but you got to hit these fish right in the head on the bite. And that curve's working today. That fish was a little bit deeper. I knew when he's wanting to come up, he's probably a largemouth. Poor largemouth's heavier, so he's got to stay even though he's on his deathbed. I hope I get rid of him soon because poor guy looks rough. Well, guys, midday update. I got to get rid of that skinny on his deathbed largemouth. He doesn't look too good in live well. I'd like to get rid of him quick so he can live, but I got 2 good ones. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I haven't had a bite since like the first 40 minutes I was catching those fish. Of course, on the bridge, it seems like the early bites when I can catch them. After that, it's been tough. I went back and tried Slumpy Creek in a couple of spots near Queen's Landing, a couple of main lake pockets. Couldn't get bit, so I'm back in the wind. I'm giving up on the creek bite. I'm gonna stay close to the boat ramp. There's a ton of rock out here. I'm fishing all the wind-blown rock, but I kind of got those fish out of the wind, and the largemouth especially were on pieces of wood. If I can find wood on the rock, it seems like that's where they were at earlier. The bites kind of died, but I'm gonna live and die by the crankbait. I tried to throw a jig a little bit and throw swim bait, but I'm really just not worried about the dock bite. I'm gonna try to catch them on the rocks with isolated wood. I just need one more good fish, guys. I got a chance. If I can catch like a 3-pounder, I'll be feeling really good. I gotta get rid of that skinny fish. I got all the largemouth, which is surprising, but hopefully I can catch a big one. Let's see how it goes. Fish right there on the ramp. Please be a good one. Please be a good one. Oh yeah, exactly what I needed. Exactly what I needed if he stays hooked up right on the ramp. Got too much line out. Come on, fish. Yes, biggin, biggin. Oh, yes! 30 minutes left, baby. Yes! Huge coal. Largemouth are biting. On the ramp, man. I hit the brush piles 5 times. Yes, I love this dock. Man, the only reason I came back here is so many boats fishing the bridge and the rocks like I wanted to fish. I even tried shaky heads on docks for a little bit. Yes! I mean, he's not huge at all, but he's a nice one. I really need to get rid of that small one. Now I got 3 solid fish. Probably won't win big fish, but I got a chance to win this thing, guys. And there's a ton of boats out there. Ton of boats. I mean, these fish should weigh the same, but one's starving and one's not. Poor guy. At least I get him back here where a good spot for a largemouth to live. His broke jaw is probably why he's starving, because he's got a broke jaw. Yes! Nowhere near the dock, guys. Yes, good one. All largemouth, dude. This is crazy. What a day. Yes, I'm pumped. Can make it. Hopefully this guy makes it. Come on, please, dude. Don't give me a heart attack like that. Possible winning bag in. That's why I'm leaving early, guys. And there's bank fishermen back here. Well, guys, since the tournament's about over, I've had a lot of success cranking the last few weeks. Last week I told you it went over my setup. A 6.2 Corrado DC. I like a lower speed reel, but I think a 6.8 would probably be perfect. I mean, you gotta trigger these spots. I mean, especially the spotted bass. The largemouth a little bit slower, but the water's getting colder. Everybody's throwing A-rigs. Everybody I've seen on the bridge throwing A-rigs. Cranking bite is not over. The water temperature's like 52, 53 up here. Perfect cranking weather. Especially when the water's this dingy, it pushes them up shallow and I can catch them. And the main thing is, guys, throw this thing on the bank and crank it. You got to be feeling the bottom. You got to feel when you hit rocks. Every fish I catch, 90% of them, a spot will hit it right at the boat a lot of times, but 90% of these fish are off a deflection. They're hitting a rock, the bait, and you see these reactors are wide body right there that makes them very buoyant. They pop right up when they hit something. They pop up real quick, and it helps you from getting unsnagged. If you're not getting snagged, you're not fishing in the right spots. I mean, I get snagged all the time, It's just part of cranking. But you gotta try to feel the bottom. And everybody says I'm reeling too fast. That's why I throw a 6.2. I like to reel kind of fast, but you want to trigger that bite, just like the speed cranking, like Tactical Bassin talks about. You got to trigger that bite. You come over something. Today the largemouth have been on isolated wood. I come over a piece of wood, and they hit it. They're on the rocks, but a piece of wood on the rocks, and I mean, you got to be grinding the bottom. A lot of people ask me like, how deep are you fishing it? And if your crankbait is not hitting the bottom, you're not catching fish. I mean, a shad wrap is the exception. I catch them on a shad wrap with suspended fish, and especially with a crawl crank, it looks like a crawfish bouncing around on the bottom. If you've ever seen crawls that are bouncing around, and these fish are so cold, just something pops right in their face. They have no other reason but to hit it. It's this instinct. They just lash out and nip it. And when it gets cold, I go to round bend hooks. I do got the wide gap on the front in case they eat it really good. That wide gap keeps them hooked better, but you hook more. The thinner the hook, the easier the penetration. When the water gets cold, these fish, their mouths get really hard, and they stay hooked up a lot better. It's hard to keep a fish hooked in the summertime. Deep diving crankbaits, you guys know, they throw hooks easy. Their mouth's softer, and the hooks rip out easier. But I'm still throwing on a glass rod, a medium action, really just a really limber rod, a little bit too limber, but glass rod doesn't have a good feel, but I still can feel the bottom. You got to be feeling the rocks. And that's how I've been catching them lately, guys. Go out here and try it. Wintertime is hit or miss. You can have some of your worst days, but you definitely can catch your PB or have some of your best days out here. Just because it's cold, don't stay home. Get out there and fish, throw a crankbait, catch some fish. Well, guys, I got a chance. I don't know. I always big eye these fish, especially largemouth. Kind of hard to tell. I'm thinking they're painted out the top 4, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to get in the money. There's so many people here and so many good fishermen. Any other time I'd feel like I had a good chance. I feel like I got like 7.5 pounds, but I could be wrong. Any other time I would think I had a good chance to win. I mean, I still got a chance to win, but there's so many people here. I'm just hoping I finish in the money. There's the clutch one I caught at the end. He's only 2 pounds. I mean, always big eye him. Probably got 2 2s and a 3. And that 3 ain't even, yeah, I definitely ain't got big fish, but that fish is not even that big. I got like 6.5 pounds, maybe 7 pounds. I definitely overestimated what I had. Maybe 7 pounds, still a solid bag. I'm happy with it. Those are definitely the 3 biggest I caught. Hopefully they weigh more than I think they do. It's gonna take 8 pounds to win, I'm sure. For sure. Pretty much. I didn't start my motor till 10:30. All largemouth.
Oh, there we go.
Winner, chicken dinner. I probably got like 6.5.
We need to get you. That's 338.
Yes. 338. Bigger than I thought he was.
Just barely got me.
Yes.
882.
Woo! Way underestimated. Yes. That's a bag. I picked a good day to have a bag too.
Yeah, you did.
He was.
Get a picture of him.
Well, guys, somehow, some way, got the win. I mean, not many bites, but the fish that are biting are good size ones. Largemouth, I mean, I'm waiting on in line to hit the bridge. I'm just hitting the right spots, getting that reaction bite. And it seems like that early morning bite is when they bite. I mean, it seems like after 9 o'clock, I can't get a bite anywhere, but huge clutch catch at the end. I was waiting to fish the rocks at Pinnacle, and there was 2 boats about to meet each other right there, both fishing the rocks. So I just said, forget it. I got an hour. I'm going to run back to Skipper's and see if I can't get one. Of course, it paid off. That's how tournament fishing is, guys. Decisions. I didn't even get the right. We paid out 4 spots. I didn't even get the number of boats. I think we had like 40-some boats. I mean, it was to this back page. I'm pretty sure we had maybe 60 anglers for sure. Somehow, some way, got the win. I mean, we had a lot of competition here. Did not get big fish. 724 or something got second. and he had a 4.28, I think, pound spot, giant spot, but didn't have anything big with it. Luckily for me, I was underestimating my fish. I thought I had like 7.5, 8 pounds at first, and then I took them out of live well. They always shrink in a live well. They seem like, when you pull them out, when you catch them, they seem huge, and when you pull them out, they don't look as big. But it was a good day. That's 3 out of 4. If I can catch them shallow on a crankbait, I can catch them. I mean, that's why you guys don't stay home. I had a bad day Saturday. It's all about coming back and redeeming yourself. And of course, I was off of work. I might as well come fish. I'm always gonna fish Tuesdays if I can. It was a big win because I usually start struggling this time of year. And December is when my bite really dies, and I really struggle fishing, especially January. I've always been terrible in January, especially when the fish go deep, luckily they're shallow. And then about middle of February is probably one of my favorite months for catching big fish. But I always struggle in January, so I'm very happy. That makes me want to keep coming out when it's cold. When I had a good day today, still not many bites. That's how it's been lately anyways, guys. The wintertime, you're not gonna get a ton of bites, but you might get big bites. And I really just put that crankbait in my hand all day and stuck with it. Got lucky. I still can't catch them on the weekends, but it seems like I catch them on Tuesdays. Hopefully next week they're biting like they were today. I need to find some more spots besides the 150 bridge, but when you keep getting fish there, it makes you keep wanting to fish it. I mean, you just gotta hit these fish in the head. And it seems like Skipper's the only other spot I can catch another fish. I mean, they're getting hit by a lot of people that watch the videos. I need to come out here and explore and practice instead of just tournament fishing. I really need to practice fish and locate some fish. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on NC Bassin'.